What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are about to check out this video. Senseless cop crumbles explaining absurd arrest. So it looks like this guy probably arrested somebody he didn't have no business arresting. So we're going to check this out now. I'm telling you, this happens every day in America. And it's ridiculous. Senseless arrests, senseless shootings. A lot of senselessness going on over there. And this is why cops get a bad name. But let's check out this video. And, I would love to have your take down in the comment section.
You have unlimited authority to make requests or demands on that day, on October 23rd, 2013. Did you have unbounded, unlimited authority to make requests and demands of Mr. Gray, such that Mr. Gray's refusal to comply or acquiesce with such request or demand would subject him to arrest, could subject him to arrest for resisting or disobeying you?
Yes.
What's going on?
Good.
Get ready.
For what? I'm being detained or anything?
No, you're not being detained, but you've made yourself
Good, how are
part of
you?
this traffic stop.
No, I'm observing the traffic stop.
Who are you?
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
I'm sorry?
Journalist gathering content for a story.
For a story? What kind of story?
Just a story I'm working on.
What's the name of your story? What company do you work for?
Hold on a second.
What's your name? Oh, I see. You're one of those kind of guys. Okay. Well, do me a favor. Stand over here in the shade,
All right.
but don't stand behind this deputy while he's conducting
That's
business.
why I was standing more over there when you guys
Well,
pulled in.
actually, you were, sir. So
Still
stand
pretty
over
close
there,
to him.
like I asked you to, so you're not behind this deputy while he's conducting
Okay,
business.
I'll stand over here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You went and got her to trespass me? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not asking you. I'm not going to argue or
That's fine,
dispute
I'm
it
not-
with you. I'm telling you, leave and leave right now.
Leave right now. Can I get your name and badge number before I go?
Leave and leave right now.
Can I get your name and badge number?
No, sir. You
Before I
can leave
go.
and leave right now.
Okay. I'll tell my wife to move it. I'll move over here on the public right away.
All right, sir. That's it. I'm done telling you. You're under arrest. Back. Put them behind your back.
Go back there.
Don't resist.
Arrested for what?
So,
Man, that man did everything they asked him to do. He's not being detained, so he didn't have to provide any information. The traffic stop is over there. He's just recording the film within his Fifth Amendment rights or First Amendment. He's within his rights. I think it might be the First Amendment. But anyway, the police just arrested the man. They told him to leave. He's leaving. That's crazy.
Therefore, he interfered. That's an obstruction.
And to the best of your knowledge, as you sit here today, the only thing of which you're aware, as we sit here today, that Mr. Gray did or omitted to do, that prompted Deputy Cook to call for backup, was photograph and or video record Deputy Cook's traffic stop. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're not aware of Mr. Gray having done anything else to prompt Deputy Cook to call for backup. Is that right?
Correct.
And yet, your testimony is also that it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that because Mr. Gray's photography and videography and/or videography prompted Deputy Cook to call for backup, Mr. Gray committed the crime of obstructing the traffic stop. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so, again, I just want to be absolutely crystal clear. Your testimony is that Mr. Gray obstructed the traffic stop,
Yes.
and he did so by photographing and or video recording Deputy Cook?
His actions caused him to stop his traffic stop, interfered with his traffic stop, which is what the obstruction is.
And so by photographing and or video recording Deputy Cook from 35 feet away, Mr. Gray committed the crime of obstructing Deputy Cook's traffic stop. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And did he do that prior to you arresting him?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I arrested him on the right of way in front of this traffic stop.
Is it your understanding that Mr. Gray committed a crime by leaving his van in the parking lot after you issued him a warning to leave?
I believe it was part of the trespass crime, yes.
So someone can be subject to arrest not only by refusing to leave after having been
Ridiculous.
issued a trespass warning,
This is ridiculous.
but also by leaving property, personal property like a van, on someone else's property after having been issued a trespass warning. Is that your understanding of the law?
No, I don't think just leaving personal property on someone else's property is a crime. I think if you're trespassing and you're told to get in your van and leave, and you just walk away and leave your van with your wife and kid in it, that's part of that element for that particular incident, okay?
Okay. Your testimony is that even if he had immediately departed the property and proceeded onto, say, the right-of-way, but still left his van in the parking lot, he could have still been subject to arrest for trespassing after warning because of the fact that he left
Not
his van in the parking lot.
not just because he left the van in the parking lot.
Then what's the problem? That's why you arrested him. That's why you
Why
arrested him.
else then?
I guess the question would be, why leave your van with your child and your wife in it when you could just get in the van and take the van, your property, off of the property that you're being trespassed from and alleviate the problem? I guess that would be the question.
It's not the question.
Well, I mean, I know, it's
not
not
the
the question, but
The
to answer your
question
question is no, it's not a crime to just leave property somewhere.
Okay. And that is the question.
Okay, yes.
My question is,
No, it's not a crime to just leave it there.
So why was
it's
he
only a
arrested?
crime if he refuses to remove his person
Yes.
from private property.
So it's part of the trespass crime, but then now we go back to the obstruction crime. If I tell him, take your van and your wife and your child and leave this property that you're being trespassed from verbally, and you refuse to do that, now doesn't that go back to now he's not complying with that? I mean,
And I want to make sure I
right.
understand.
If he would have just left, problem would have been solved. I believe if after he was told he was trespassing, if he would have got in his van and drove away, there would have been no situation. I believe if he didn't get out and walk into the grass there and cause some kind of fear or some kind of concern with Deputy Cook, I wouldn't have even had to come to the scene. So if he would have just,
This is why police get a
I don't
bad
want to
name.
say, if he
Clowns
would
like
just
this.
been a nice guy, and if I said, hey
Man's a
sir, can you
clown.
just go stand up there and take all the video you want? But he didn't want to. He wanted to prove his point, and here we are.
If he had been a nice guy,
Yes.
you told him that he can kiss your ass, right?
No, I didn't tell him that.
You didn't say that?
I said it, but I didn't tell it to him. That was after the fact. That was his recording still going.
Okay.
Wow.
But Mr. Gray was the guy who was not a nice guy that day.
That is correct.
Wow.
Being at hotel.
I want to know what happened to this clown. What happened to him? Because you just proved that you arrested the man for no reason. That's why cops get a bad name in America. Clowns like this abuse their authority and can't handle when citizens are within their rights to do a certain task. They don't like when you throw the law back in their face, these type of police. And those type of police are dangerous. It's ridiculous, man. Let me know what you thought about this video, but neat. Hey, man, listen here. He gets an A for being a clown.